How long does it take to destroy a completely green and beautiful hill? Cut down all the trees for lumber and then start mining the limestone from under the trees. And in a few weeks, what was once an ecologically balanced habitat for a multitude of flora and fauna can be converted into barren desert. Do this over years and the entire geographical area can be ruined. This is exactly what happened in the late 50s till the early 80s in the Mussoorie-Dehradun region. Vast areas of lush green forests were cut down for rampant limestone mining, making this region the limestone capital of India. Whilst this brought in economic benefits to the region, it also created irreversible damage to a multitude of ecological and human areas. Mussoorie, once called the Queen of Hills, and where temperatures rarely went above 30 degrees, started to see a sharp escalation in them. This rampant and unscientific mining completely destroyed the water sources and streams in every area that mining was carried out in. Add to that tons of dust, creating severe health issues for people living in these areas, and we shall understand why residents of Dehradun and Mussoorie had to file a public interest litigation in the Supreme Court to end this menace. The Honorable Supreme Court of India recognized this huge ecological challenge and directed the government to take effective measures to curtail and reverse the situation. This, however, was perhaps a task only for the most motivated and organized institution in India, the Indian Army. The late Dr. Norman Borlaug, famously known as the father of the Green Revolution and the man responsible for food security in India, rightly suggested to the then Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi that this task be taken up by the army at war footing. And war it was, as also the birth of an idea never before tried anywhere else in the world. The birth of 127 Infantry Battalion of the Territorial Army Ecological. The battalion would consist of dedicated local ex-servicemen and work exclusively to green and revitalize the ecology of the towns affected. 1st December 1982, at the Garhwal Rifles Regimental Centre, Lansdowne, the 127 Infantry Battalion of the Territorial Army Ecological Garhwal Rifles was raised in a record 45 days. This would meet the twin objectives of ecological restoration and employment to ex-servicemen. The battalion immediately started work on its pilot project at the Shahjahanpur Ranges in Mohand area close to Dehradun, under the supervision of the Uttar Pradesh Forest Department, and amongst much skepticism about the army taking up such a project. Soldiers are, however, soldiers. With a new mission and objective, the battalion took up the challenge and started on a new journey. Forks and spades replaced guns, and these men became true soldiers of the earth. Collecting fodder and grass, raising saplings and running nurseries, eradicating lantana bushes, constructing check dams and furrows, plantations, tendering and pruning. And within the next few years, the impossible came true. What was once barren land was now green and alive again. What was once considered an experiment and spoken with skepticism silenced its critics forever. The battalion then, in 1985, was entrusted with an even more challenging and high-profile task, the task that became the main reason for raising of the battalion and came to be known as the Mussoorie Project. The project, which involved working with the Forest Department, required the battalion to learn absolutely new and then unknown skills and techniques, and working on land owned by both private and government agencies. That's when the battalion's military way of doing things came handy. Tasks were organized in methodical and precise ways, and new challenges surmounted over time. Challenges like working with and coordination with a host of agencies, dealing with the mining mafias, challenges of weather, terrain, approachability and skills. Challenges that were all met with confidence. 26 limestone mines spread over thousands of hectares of land were closed. Mining in places was physically stopped as per the Supreme Court's order and mine areas reclaimed. Over years, more than 29 lakh saplings were planted and 3,400 hectares of land afforested. The project that was given 17 years for completion was done in a record time of 9 years. The results were of course beyond most people's imagination. Mussoorie saw reduced temperatures and snowfall again. The entire Doon Valley region became immensely environmentally aware, and the battalion got a popular new name: Eco Task Force.
Well, the work of the Eco Task Force has certainly been invaluable, and these trees have also encouraged the growth of other plant life and bird life.
And the thanks for this, in a very large part, has to be given to the Eco Task Force, as we people in Mussoorie call it. It's actually the 127th Infantry Battalion. But they are the people who have brought nature back, who have brought beauty back.
A sign of the love of the people of this region and the success of bringing back a lost ecological green treasure. The Ecological Task Force model having been successfully tested, 7 more such units were raised over time across India. The model not just became a case study for all forest fraternity, but also got national and international recognition, including the Indira Gandhi Paryavaran Puraskar in 1992. The battalion, Garhwal Eco Warriors, further took up more challenging projects. The Aglar Watershed Project in 1994 to 2014, 8,000 hectares and 70 lakh saplings. The Badrinath Mana Experimental Plantation behind the Badrinath Shrine in 2004, 38 hectares and 12,800 saplings, and a big success in snowbound areas with more than 90% survivability. The Mana project commenced in 2008, providing additional employment to 250 local people, over 1,800 hectares and 15 lakh saplings. Some success stories keep getting replicated, time and time again. The battalion also recognized the need for cost cutting and the need to meet in-house requirements. Sapling nurseries were developed at 10 project locations with the capacity of 15 lakh saplings. Unlike other afforestation agencies, Eco Task Force faced some unique challenges, and these included remote mountainous and infertile wastelands, rain shadow and snowbound regions, limited local resources, primitive living conditions, limited or non-existent water, electricity, accommodation, roads and telecommunications, extreme weather, snowfall, cloudburst, wind chill, wildlife, and sometimes even lack of support from stakeholders. The battalion continued to march forward in the face of every difficulty. The battalion also understood clearly that educating and creating awareness amongst local people, especially the younger generation, is the only way to sustain success for this momentous environmental task. Van Mahotsavs or forest festivals, drawing and painting competitions, workshops, environmental quizzes, screening of documentaries and puppet shows, debates, marathons, folk dances, road shows, even distribution of free saplings and school programs. The battalion did everything conceivable to involve the community, and the community gave back the love and affection the battalion truly deserved. The Indira Gandhi Paryavaran Puraskar Award 1992, Veer Kesari Chand Paryavaran Puraskar 1998, recognition and honor by the Rotary Club of Mussoorie, the Vasudha Mitra Samman by Tribes of India in 2002, the Confederation of Indian Industries Green Award for 2006-2007, the BNHS Green Governance Award 2008, and for its work in eco-restoration and afforestation at Badrinath area, and chosen among several entries from SAARC countries, the GSW Foundation Times of India Earth Care Award 2012. The battalion can't thank enough our countrymen and communities. 30 years, 13,500 hectares brought back to life, more than 12 million saplings planted and employment to hundreds of people. An environmentally secure and green Uttarakhand. From guns to spades, the mission continues.